In my gardening years, I've gone through different techniques of growing. I started the old-fashioned way, have a tiller, till the garden, plant things, and then keep on coming back and weeding. That used to become a major pain almost a month into once things have started. Then I also did where I'll cover the garden with some kind of a fabric and do it. That also didn't work too well. In the last some odd years, what I started doing raised gardening. And with raised gardening also, there wasn't much available like 10 years ago in the market. So I used to build my own raised gardens. The issue with raised garden built with wood is eventually they start rotting. 5 to 7 years is the life and the amount of work which goes in it, and then you have to rebuild. In the last 10 years, many people have started gardening, and there's a whole generation which is doing it right now, and so new products are coming. I did make some raised gardens where I put plastic inside just to make sure that I get a few extra years. So that's one design I did. I do no-till gardening also. That's on the surface, and eventually by the time summer hits, you'll see that that's been done a bit differently. I'm also doing what's called hugelculture, and in the hugelculture concept, I've got 2 or 3 different kind of beds. So one is straightforward, that raised garden, that's pure wood, and it's lined with plastic. Then there's another design which Jan built, and this is the one which we'll see in this episode, where you do a mixture of a metal and wood. So you'll see how that's constructed. The good thing about this design is the wood holds the structure together, but the metal is what's inside. So really your soil, your water, and everything is hitting the metal, not the wood. So I think, just from experience, I'll get more time from it. Then last year, I went ahead and spent some money and bought the birdie gardens, which are made of steel. It's a new way of doing it. The design comes from Australia, and I started it last year. The design looks very strong. We'll see as time goes by, but what we're discussing today is a design that Jan started. I don't know where he found it, and he has already done the panels, and he will be assembling this together. So go ahead and let's see that.
Fellow universes out there, today we're going to work on our beds to get them ready for the summer. Now we already have built a bed 2 years ago, and we're going to show you that, but in the meantime we're going to show you the materials that we're going to work with. So this is corrugated aluminum, and you see how it's really flimsy. The structure is rigid from the sides, just like cardboard, how modern cardboard is built for structure. And then we're going to use this wood right here. I believe this is 2 by 7, so it has nice thickness to it. It also looks very beautiful. I would not recommend 2 by 4. It is too small for that, for the surface area. Now this is our bed that we did 2 years ago. We also took you on a journey on seeding this bed, and that was 2 weeks ago. We did not correlate the numbers together, but you could go ahead. We have that video in the description, and go watch that after this. So this is where we're going to show you how to build today. This is the structure. We're going to show you how to build it so you don't have any of this bulging right here. Tricks and techniques that we're going to show you in doing that. But that's what we're going to build today. Hope you enjoy and get ready for the summer. Okay, so right now we're going to move on to the construction aspect of our beds. We have the materials already here, pre-built for you. So this is how the end result is going to look like. See how the thickness of it matches the size of the actual corrugated metal. That's why if you do it too thin, it's not going to look as pretty. So I guess pretty is a factor in this particular situation. All we're going to do, build a frame and screw it on. Right here, we have all the tools that we need. We need a hammer. My favorite hammer. You don't need this kind of hammer, but I love it. Makes you feel like ready to throw an axe. Some screws, and I'm going to tell you why I prefer these screws over the regular X kind of screws. Your drill right here. I love these bits because it has everything I need, and I don't have to run around. And a tape measure. That's all you need for the construction. if you're gonna cut the metal, it's pre-cut already for you, but you need this kind of blade. The teeth are closer together, and it's designed for metal and plastic. As you see over here, these are cut on 45 degrees angles, because 45 plus 45 equals 90, and 90 makes a box. Now, you can't really do it like this and screw it on, just because when you're gonna attach this piece of wood to the other piece of wood, your screws are not gonna reach in. We're gonna screw this from the side, from here, and then on the inside, we're gonna do it as well. Put it on an angle, and I show you a technique to do the angle as well. But that's why I did it on a 45-degree angle. All right, so we already have everything marked, and this is the old school way of marking.
So we were done with this. This is part one of it. The reason is logs have to happen over here. Then wood chips and everything have to happen. And if you see over here, there are twigs which is sitting around. This is just the start of it. So that's the part one of it. By the time it's done, it'll be a very different garden. So just remember, this is just part one only.